This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about that difference between git fetch and git pull, right? And also we discussed about that tags, git stash command, git cherry pick command, and we used that git clone command, right? So I have downloaded that Ashok repository code in the last session, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to push the code. So last time I was getting the error and we fixed that one 403, right? We were getting that 403 error, and Ashok has given that repository access to my user. So we fixed that one. And I asked you guys to go through this HTTP status course, right? 400, 401, 403, 404. Hmm? If any 500 series error, it's related to that server side issues, right? So already some of the people facing the same error. So that error I'm going to produce and I'm going to fix that one. So Ashok, just you can go to that GitHub remote repository, just update some content. So that what I'm going to do, okay, so 15 hours ago he added some files. So if you see reset.txt file is not there in my local repository. So let me point to that local repository. So it is there in my desktop. Okay, WhatsApp. So this is a Ashok repository which I was using. Right, just execute git status. So we are in the master plan. Just type ls and see ashok.txt extra file simple sample.txt text.java. Only 4 files are there, but here many files are there. Na? Update.txt, right? Reset.txt, git ignore file. These are the 4 extra files are there, but it is not there in my laptop. I mean my local repository. Yes or no? Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to update that sample.txt. Just type again, adding this line, save it. Okay, then commit the changes. Git commit hyphen a hyphen m updated. It's committed. Now I'm trying to push the code. Git push alias name, branch name. We are going to get error. See, permission to this one is denied. Oh, again you have removed this one, Ashok. So, but to see if you see, it is showing that 403. Okay, I think you have removed the taxes. Okay, so you know right how to give the access. Just go to that repository. Okay, you will see the settings tab. Click on that one. Click on access, collaborators and teams. It will ask the password. Give the password, and here you can try to click on add people and just type that my username is Devops training BLR. Devops training BLR. Okay, select and give that right access. Okay, giving. So once you have provided the access, let me know. I will accept that invitation. Okay, so you have very provided. I think I must get the access. So Suresh Kumar is asking, sir, origin means default alias name for remote repository? Yes, by default. Okay, so the alias name for remote repository is origin. Okay, so now again Ashok has provided the taxes. So click on this view invitation, accept invitation. Okay, so now it is telling that you have that admin access. So he has provided that admin access. Just write access is enough, guys. Okay, so now what we are going to do? We are going to try to push the code. So now we are going to get the different error. Observe that. So this is the error. Many people got that. And just if you see here, okay, it is giving that hint. Updates were rejected because the remote contains work that you don't have locally. Means some work means some code is there in the remote repository, but you don't have in your locally. So this is usually caused by another repository pushing to the same reference. You may want to first integrate the remote changes before pushing it again using this git pull command. Okay, see the note about forwards in git push -fn help. So now what I have to do? So whatever that remote repository code it is there pushed by that Ashok, I need to take into my local repository. Then I need to push to the remote repository. Right. So if you want to take that updates from remote repository to your local repository, which command we are going to use? Git pull command or git fetch command? So now I'm going to use git pull. So or you want if you use that git fetch also git pull alias name origin branch name master. Okay. So it's saying see please enter commit message. Okay. Just type I welcome and got changes. Save it. Okay. See what it is saying in ashok.txt file. See 6 lines. Okay. Some has removed, some has updated. That's why don't use that git pull. Which one you have to use? You have to use that git fetch. See it has override. Okay. So now I'm going to push that git push alias name origin branch name master. See now it is pushed. Now if you go to that sample.txt, just refresh it. If you go to the sample.txt, see again adding this line, right? So guys, when you're getting this kind of error, see just read that message. It is giving that clearly the hint. Okay, so what might be the issue? Some guys are going to directly update the code in the remote repository here, right? They are going to add a file or they're going to update the existing file, and again they are going to update code in local repository. They are going to commit in local repository, then they are trying to push the code. So that time they are going to get this kind of error. Yes or no? Many guys got this error. Okay, so that time even though I saw that error, I didn't answer because anyway I am going to cover this one. Correct? So guys, sometimes even I'm seeing that error also, I'm not going to answer, because anyway I'm going to cover that topic, that error, in our further classes. Okay, so you can wait some time. Still, if you didn't get that solution for that one at the end of this this topic, suppose git related topic, you got some errors, and the git topic is over, still you didn't get the answer, then you can ask with me personally. Okay, otherwise don't ping me personally, you can ping in the Skype group. Okay, so sometimes I might be busy, I'm not able to answer immediately, but if you post in the Skype group, my technical team is there, admin team is there, even your friends are there, they are going to help you. But don't do one-on-one chat, do in the group only, everything it will be open. Okay, transparent, do that, otherwise we are going to monitor, and it is we'll take that actions. Okay, already we identified, we already gave that warning for them. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about that SSH keys. It is very important topic. See, so far we used that HTTP URLs, HTTPS URLs. Okay, and already we know, if you create a repository, it is going to create that two types of URLs. One is the HTTPS URL, another one is the SSH URL. So Mahesh is asking, sir, what is the rebase? Arey bhaiya, you can wait. Okay, maybe in next session we are going to discuss. We have that one also. Okay, I don't know why you are asking now only. See, we have that one, that command also. Wait some time. So far we used that HTTPS URLs. Okay, so I want to use that SSH URL. So if you want to use the SSH URL, you have to do some configurations. What configurations you have to do it? Okay, it's very simple. See, assume it's a your laptop. Here you have created one local repository, right? Local repository. Okay, so this is your laptop, and this is your GitHub remote repository. GitHub remote repository. So here we have created that one repository called as Facebook, or whatever that repository. So now when I'm pushing the code from my local repository to remote repository, right now I'm using that HTTP URL. Instead of that one, I want to use the SSH URL. So for that one, first you have to generate the SSH keys in your laptop. Generate the SSH keys in your laptop. How to generate SSH keys? What is the command which we can use for generating the SSH keys? Thank you guys. So already some people has answered. So command name is ssh-keygen. SSH-keygen is the command for generating the SSH keys. Right. So once, so where we are going to execute this command? Very simple. Open git bash. Open git bash. Okay. Just execute this command. If you are using Windows, if you are using MacBook, open the terminal. Open the terminal and execute this command. So once if you execute this command, it is going to generate the two files. What are the two files? id underscore rsa, id underscore rsa dot pub. these two files which is going to generate, right? Where it is going to generate, so this one we are going to call as a private key. Okay, this one we are going to call as private key. This one we are going to call as public key. Public key, right? So if you observe here, id underscore RSA. What is this RSA? Anybody idea? So Tarun is saying RSA token. Yes. Om Prakash is saying algorithm. Yes. Om Prakash. Yes. This is a encryption algorithm, right? So you might already saw with your colleagues. So some guys are hanging one device, RSA token device. It is going to generate randomly one number. So that number they are going to use for accessing the application. Yes or no? If it is a secured application, banking or e-commerce portals, so they are going to use this one. Many people I saw that one. That along with their ID card, they are hanging that device also. Yes or no? How many guys saw that one? So for accessing office network. Okay. Yes, soft token. Okay, so many people knows already that one. Good. So that device, okay, is going to use it for generating some numbers, right? So randomly it is going to give one token. That token which we can use to access the application securely, right? Here also this one RSA is a default encryption algorithm which it is going to use for generating the SSH keys, right? So this is the three scientist names they formed this name. R means Ravish, Shalmer, Admir. Okay, three scientist names they have given this encryption algorithm name, right? So by default it is going to generate that SSH keys using the RSA encryption algorithm. Is there any other encryption algorithms? Yes. If any in other encryption algorithms, what are the other encryption algorithms? How to use those encryption algorithms to create this SSH keys? Very simple. Along with that keygen command, specify that algorithm name SSH-keygen -t DSA. So here T means type of algorithm. T means type of algorithm. So if you execute this command, it is going to generate that id underscore DSA, id underscore DSA dot bub. It is going to generate that two keys with these names. Where it is going to generate, that is another entry question. It is going to generate in user home directory. There you will see that .sh. So user home directory, how we can represent? Tilde symbol, tilde symbol. There you will see that .sh directory. So already we know if any directory, if any file with the starting with the dot means it is a hidden file or hidden directory. So there it is going to generate that SSH keys. It is going to generate that SSH keys. Right. One is a public one, another one is a private one. So where we are going to generate these SSH keys? In our laptop. So here we have generated that SSH keys. So now I want to take that public key. Okay. I want to configure in the remote repository. So Nikita is asking, sir, if you execute SSH keygen, which algorithm it will take by default? Already I mentioned RSA is the default encryption algorithm. So if you want to use that other than RSA, you have to use that -T option and specify that algorithm name. Clear? If you don't specify any algorithm name, it is going to take that default algorithm RSA. Clear? So now I want to take this public key content and I want to configure into the remote repository in the GitHub. Right. So first I want to check whether in my laptop whether I have SSH keys already present or not. Okay. So for that one we can use that ls-lea in user home directory specify that .ssh. See here id underscore rsa id underscore rsa.pb, and if you see config file, how many guys are created this file? Config file, it's there already in your laptop. Yes or no? Why we created this file? To make our sessions live more time. Yes or no? So we are going to use this config file. There we added some file. And if you see here, known underscore hosts file is there. What is the use of this file? Known underscore hosts file to whatever the servers which we created so far, those servers host name is going to maintain in this particular file, right? So what are the servers which we created so connected so far, those servers host name is going to maintain. Did you remember when you were connecting very first time to the server, it is going to ask you, are you sure you want to continue connecting? If you say yes, then only it is going to connect, right? So Praveen is asking, sir, in Windows .sh it will not work. Baya, it is going to work in all the operating systems. That's why I said if you are using Windows, open the Git bash. If you are using MacBook, open the terminal. Clear? It is going to work in all the operating systems. Clear? So known underscore host file is going to contain that already whatever the host which we connected so far. Second time if you are trying to connect, okay, without stopping the server, you will see that message. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? No, you are not going to see. Yes or no? Only first time you are going to see. So once if you say yes and you hit the enter button, it will maintain that your host details and it is going to connect. Clear? Okay. So Praveen is displaying one error message. Let me show this one. See, when Praveen is executing this command, he's getting that error. Okay. So no such file or directory. Are bhaiya, if you see this kind of error means right now you didn't generated that SSH keys. I am supposed to tell that one, already you asked that question. See, already it is there in my laptop, so that's why it is displaying. Okay. So if you want, you can go ahead and execute this command sshfn keygen command. It is going to generate the two SSH keys in your laptop. Okay. Then you can execute this command. You are going to see those SSH keys. Clear? So now I'm going to remove these two keys. Suresh Kumar is asking, sir, when that known underscore host file will be generated? when you are connecting any server very first time, okay, from your laptop, that time it is going to generate automatically. Okay, when you are see, it is going to ask, are you sure you want to continue connecting? Once if you say yes and hit the enter button, that time it is going to generate that known underscore host file, and it is going to add that server host name, right? So next time onwards it is not going to ask. Why? Because already it is having the server details. Clear? So now I'm going to remove these two files because it is already there in my laptop. You guys don't want to because it is not there in your laptop. rm-f user home directory .sh. There you will see that id underscore. So I want to delete the files which are starting with id underscore and ends with whatever it may be. What is the wildcard character I can use? id underscore star. If you use that id underscore star, whatever the files which are starting with id underscore and ending with any name, hit the enter. It has deleted. Now if you type ls-la in the till symbol .sh, see, now do we have? No, right? So now I'm going to generate it. How? ssh-keygen ssh-keygen command. Hit the enter button. See, it is asking, okay, generating public or private RSA key pair. Enter file in which to save this key. Okay, so by default this is the path, user slash Mithun Reddy. This is the username. There you will see that .ssh direct. Inside that one, it is creating the private key. So if is it possible to create in some other directory? Yes, if you want you can create it. How? Specify that directory name slash opt something wherever you want. Okay, my advice is leave that blank because it is going to create in the default directory. Okay, and hit the enter button. Don't give any input after executing ssh-keygen command. Okay, hit the enter button. See, it is asking enter fastpace, empty for no fastpace. Don't give any fastpace, just simply hit the enter button. It is going to ask enter same fastpace again. Don't give anything, hit the enter. See, we have typed 3 times enter button after executing the ssh-keygen command. You guys also can generate it. It's very simple, right? So now again, if you go and see, just type ls-l user home directory. There you will see that .sh directory. See here, two files are there, right? So now I want to take the content from this particular file and I want to configure in the GitHub server. How to take the content from this file? Very simple. Just execute cat. So if you want to see the content from this particular file, we are going to use the cat command. Cat tilde symbol .sh id underscore rsa. This is a private key, but we need to take the content from public key. So you can use that .pub. Hit the enter. See, it has displayed the content. Just you can copy from here. Okay, so select, right click, copy. Now go to that GitHub server. Okay, so if you see, once if you log in into your GitHub server, you will see here profile. Click on that one. You will see that settings. Click on the settings. So there you will see that SSH and GPG keys. So we have generated a PAT. Yes or no? But PATs are generated where? In your GitHub account. Yes or no? SSH keys are going to generate in from your laptop. So now click on this SSH and GPG keys. Okay, so already it is one SSH key is there. I'm going to delete it. So see, now you guys are also going to see this kind of options. Click on new SSH key and give the name. So I'm going to give the name as sample SSH key or something your wish. Okay, and paste it here. Paste it here. Clear. Then click on add SSH key. Okay. So like this, we are going to add the SSH key in our GitHub server. So what are the configurations which we did? We need to test it whether those configurations are correct or not. For that one, what we have to do? Very simple. You can execute this command where in the git bash ssh git at the rate ssh hyphen t terminal git at the rate github.com git at the rate github.com. So just take this command, you can execute it here. So github.com. See, you can able to see one message, right? Hi, username Devops training BLR is my username. You have successfully authenticated. So if you see this kind of message means what are the configurations you did, it is correct one, right? What are the configurations you did, it is correct one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that known underscore host file. Let's see what will happen. rm -f user home directory .ssh. There you will see that known underscore host file. It is deleted. Now if you execute one more time this command ssh-t git at the rate github.com, see, it is asking, are you sure you want to continue connecting? If you press yes and hit the enter button, see, permanently added GitHub this host script, and see here it is showing. Again, if you execute this command, it is not going to ask now. Hit the enter button. See, it is showing that you have successfully authenticated. Clear? So once if you did all these configurations, now ready, you can use that SSH keys. You can use that SSH keys. Okay, that SSH URL. So right now we are using that HTTPS URL. Yes or no? If you want, you can execute git remote -v. See, so guys, you have to execute this command in your local repository. Just check it currently where you are in. So some guys, what they are going to do, they are going to open the git bash. They are going to open the git bash and they are going to execute that git remote -v. See, you are going to get an error. It is saying that fatal, not a git repository or any of the parent directory .git. Okay, so first you have to go to the correct directory and you have to execute this git remote -v command. So currently I'm in this WhatsApp app, this remote local repository, and I'm executing. So now I'm going to map that SSH URL. So Suresh sir, always fetch and push contain same URLs in case of git remote -v. Yes. Okay. So if you want, you can change it also. But usually, where we are going to push, from there only we are going to pull the code also. Okay. We are not going to pull the code from other repository, and we are not going to push to that different repository. Clear? So now I am going to map the SSH URL. So then he's asking difference between git remote and git remote -v. See, madam, -v is the option to display that the verbose message, right? What are the remote repositories you have mapped? For that one, we are going to use that -v option. Okay, using the git remote add command, we can add the remote repository URL with your local repository. Yes or no? And you can display that what are the remote repository details you have mapped. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that SSH URL. So if you want to take the SSH URL, click on this SSH and copy this one. So go here. So now you can map this SSH URL. So for that one, you can go here, git remote add SSH URL. Okay, that is the alias name I'm giving, and give that alias name. Okay, git remote add alias name, that URL. Right, hit the enter. Git remote -v. Just observe that this is the SSH URL, this is the HTTPS URL. Right, SSH URL, HTTPS URL. Okay, now I'm going to use this alias name. So even if you go and remove that keys, the credentials in key access token, key chain access app. Okay, if you use that SSH URL, it is not going to ask. I'm going to remove it. It's deleted. So now if you try to use that git push alias name, origin, which URL it is going to refer? The origin alias name, HTTPS URL. So in this case, is it going to ask the credentials or not? It is going to ask. If you use the HTTPS URL, still it is going to ask the credentials. Hit the enter. See, it is asking username for which user we need to use. Don't give the username password. Just I'm demonstrating. If you use the HTTPS URL, it is going to ask the credentials. What you have to do? Press that Control C. It is cancelled. Now I'm going to use that alias name is SSH URL. Git push alias name, branch name master. Branch name is master. Hit the enter. See, is it asking credentials? No, it is not asking the credentials. So it is saying that everything up to date means in your local repository, whatever the code is there, that is already pushed to the remote repository. It is up to date. There is no changes in your local repository to push to the remote repository. Clear, guys? Anybody have any questions so far? Whatever we discussed. So Jasprit is asking, can we do the same of setup for AWS? Yes. So if you see, we have two servers. Okay. This is a Linux server one. And this is the Linux server 2. Linux server 2. So when you are trying to connect from server 1 to server 2, you are going to use the SSH command. Yes or no? And when you are trying to connect to this other server using the SSH command, it is going to ask that password. Yes or no? It is going to ask the password. But it is very difficult every time giving the password. And assume from GitHub server we are from Jenkins server we are connecting to the other server. So Jenkins is not able to give that password. So is there any option or settings to make that passwordless communication between these two servers? Yes. So for that one, you have to generate the SSH keys in one server, copy that SSH keys into the other server. So it is a very important topic which it is going to use in the Ansible. Okay, so recently for 730 batch, I have completed that Ansible, right? So in the Ansible, that Ansible architecture, the servers, Ansible server and the host machines are going to follow that same top is a connection, SSH connection if it is a Linux server. So I have created one recorded video. See right now what we did, we have generated SSH keys in our laptop and we have configured in the GitHub server. So GitHub server having the GUI, we directly went to that GitHub server and we have configured that SSH keys. But if it is a Linux server, we don't have GUI, right? So for that one, we are going to use that which command? Anybody idea? SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. This is a command. Using this command, we can copy that public key from one server to another server. So Anita is asking, can we give alias name or our choice? Yes, madam. Whatever the name you want, you can give. Okay, your wish. So now using this command, we can copy that public key from one server to another server. So already I have created one recorded video. So if you go here to our YouTube channel, okay. So if you go to our YouTube channel, some videos which you can go through. Click on playlist. Click on playlist. So guys, each topic we have created one playlist. Na? Just to go through that Linux videos detail playlist. See here, along with the our class, you guys go through these videos also because see here I have created a awk command related options, come examples, cut command, right? And also if you see here, passwordless SSH between two AWS EC2 instances by using the SSH keys. Go through this one. It is very useful and it's very important also. Okay. See, even I was a Java developer 13 years back. So that time itself, I used this one. Clear? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this public key, this one, public key from the GitHub. So how? Click on settings. SSH and GPG keys. See, it is showing that last used this one. So it is showing that the green color means once if you use it, this one, it is going to show in the green color. Delete it. So now it is showing that there are no SSH keys associated with your account. Now you can execute this command, you will get a error. Okay, if you see this kind of error, okay, if you see this kind of error means maybe you didn't properly configure that SSH keys, or you might don't have that access to that the repository which you are using to push the code. Okay, so first check whether you have configured properly or not. How we can check whether you have configured properly or not? Using the SSH-T git@github.com. This one, right? So sometimes what the people are going to do in the real time, are we going to use this one, git@github.com? No, right? We are going to use that like this one, https gh.mss.com, gh.mss.com. Yes or no? So that time also, whatever the steps I have explained, people are going to follow. Okay, but they are going to use this command to validate. Instead of this one, what you have to do? You have to use that gh.mss.com, gh.mss.com. You have to use this one. Clear? Okay, no questions. So now I am going to add it. Click on new SSH key. So give the name test SSH key and paste it here. So what you will do? You can execute cat user home directory dot ssh id underscore rsa. Not this one. Id underscore rsa dot pub public key you have to copy. So select this one, copy, save here, save it. Okay, see it is saying never used it because still we didn't use it. So now if you want you can use this one, git push alias name ssh url branch name master. See, it is not asking any credentials and it is not giving any others also. Clear, guys? Okay. See, we discussed about that SSH keys. See, guys, this is the way which we are going to use in the real time. So compared to that HTTPS URL, we are going to use this SSH URL. Okay, so this is more secured also. That clear? Even so, this is only one-time activity. Generating SSH keys in your laptop and configuring with your server is only one-time activity. So once if you join into project, once if you join in that company, you are going to get the laptop. So before starting development, you have to do these configurations, whatever we discussed today. Clear? So now already we discussed about that PAT. So PAT means personal access token. So instead of using this password, we are going to use the PAT. So this PATs can be generated where? These PATs are going to generate in our GitHub account. SSHs are going to generate in our laptop, right? So can we generate n number of PATs? Yes. So already I have generated one PAT. So if you want, you can generate one more also. How? Click on this developer settings. There you will see that personal access tokens, right? Then click on new token. So already one token is there. Test PAT. So select whatever that scope and click on generate token. See here, it is copied. If you click on this one, it is going to copy. So now just refresh it. See here, test PAT, new PAT. Two tokens are there, right? Like this, guys, based on our requirement, you can generate n number of tokens, PATs, n number of PATs with different access levels. So if you see, these PATs can be, see, personal access token function like ordinary what access tokens. They can be used password instead of password for Git over HTTPS, or can be used to authenticate the API or the basic authentication. See, Git is providing some APIs. GitHub API. GitHub API. So what is the abbreviation for API? What is the abbreviation for API? Application Programming Interface. So what is the use of these APIs? See, right now what we are doing to do any administration activities. Currently, we are logging into that GitHub server through GY, right? And we are creating the organization, creating the repository, creating the team, adding the users to the team, right? Providing the repository access to the team. All these things we are doing through GY, right? So instead of manually doing that one, you can write a one script using this GitHub API. We can automate that manual task. Using the GitHub API, programmatically connect to the server, and you can do whatever the tasks. You can execute those tasks. Right. So how to refer this GitHub API? So I'm going to explain you. See, whatever we did manually, generating the SSH keys in our laptop, right? Taking that content from the public key, configuring to that GitHub remote repository. So all these things we can automate it. So that is the task which I got in my organization more than 2 years back. So for that one, what I did, I have created one shell script. Okay. So in that shell script, I have used that GitHub API. I have used that GitHub API. So if you go to my laptop, okay, I have created one script. Is it create SSH? Okay. So here, just search with cat SSH. Oh, why right now we're in? So let's go to other window. So already it is there in my desktop. So go to the desktop. SSH hyphen SSH keygen upload.sh. This is the script which I have written for automating the whatever we did so far. So here if you see that it's very simple script. Okay, it is very simple script. See, I have displayed the content from this one. So let me open here. Okay. And here somewhere it is copied. 1 second. got it. So I have opened this one in the editor. We see usually in the real time we are going to write like this one. So this is a description about this project, this file, this program, right? So title. So give this title SSH key generate automation description. So for what purpose this script is going to use? So author, then date, right? Version. How we can run this one? SH the script name. Copyrights. So copyrights by Mithun Technologies. No one should copy this content and use for other purpose, right? See, already you command this command you guys knows, right? What is use of this command? To display that something into the console. See here where what I'm doing? Enter your GitHub personal access token. So once if you see that message, user is going to type something. So whatever that user is going to type as a read command, it will take and it is going to assign to this particular variable. So here read is a command, token is a one variable. Yes or no? Read is a one command, token is a one variable. So here I have commented, so you can ignore these things. Then what I'm doing here, I am trying to display the content from this particular file. I am trying to display the content from this particular file, right? So if this file is there, it is going to display the content. Otherwise, we are going to get a one error message. Na? What is the error message we are going to get? File or directory not found. So that one I need to check whether this id underscore rsa dot public key is there or not. So for that one, already we discussed, na? We are going to use the dollar question mark. So dollar question mark, it will give that previous command execution status. Yes or no? Dollar question mark, it will give the previous command execution status. Yes or no? So if it is equals 0, means this particular file is there. So I am going to display message SSH keys are already present. If not, it will come to the else block and it is going to display this one. SSH keys are not present. Create the SSH keys using this SSH keygen command. So it is executing this one. So it is going to generate the SSH keys. As successfully generated, it is going to display message. Clear? So first we are checking SSH keys there or not. If it is not there, you have to generate it. If it is there, you have to see. If it is there, what I am doing? I am coming out of that one, and here I am taking the content from this particular file. I am assigning to a one variable here. Clear? So guys, see, whatever the commands which we discussed in our Linux sessions, those things only I am using. Are you seeing any new commands or new options? No, right? All these things we use it or not? We discussed it already. Okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm displaying the content from this particular file. I'm assigning to this particular variable. Here it is the SSH key is a one variable. If you want, you can give a different name also. And again, I'm checking whether it is copied into this particular variable or not. See, dollar question mark. So if it is executed successfully, previous command, then I'm going to copy the public key to that GitHub account. So for that one, this is the command I'm using. So already we discussed the difference between curl command and wget command. So use that curl command and wget command to download the softwares into the Linux server. Yes or no? But using the curl command, we can call the API. That is what we discussed in our Linux commands. Same way I am doing here. See, okay, curl -x. Here post is a one HTTP method. HTTP method. So we have various methods are there. Post, get, delete, put. So get means it is a one HTTP method which we can use to get the some information from the server. Delete, this is a method, HTTP method, which we can use to delete some information resource from the server. Put means to update the some information in the server. Post means to create some information in the server. So these are the four important HTTP methods. So now we need to create it. So we can use that post method. So that's why we're using that post. H means header. So we need to pass some content in the header. So the content type is JSON format. So we have various data formats are there. So JSON is a one data type. -d data. So here I am passing that title SSH key. Right? See, we have given one name, na? Test PAT, new PAT. So like that, I am giving that SSH key. So then I need to give that token, right? So already here we have copied this public key content and assigned to this particular variable, right? So if you want to get that variable value, we are using $symbol, right? So this is the API URL which we can use to copy that SSH key into the server. So like that we have various APIs are there. So very simple. If you are not aware of this one, go here, GitHub API reference, API documentation. Just search with, see here, docs.github.com REST API. So suppose you want to start with the repositories, right? Or you can getting started with the REST APIs. Click on this one. So here they have given, okay, detailed way. So see here, they're giving that hello world. Let's start by testing our setup. Open up command prompt and enter the following command. This one. It is going to give some message. So like that, they have given that API URLs. Okay, you can see. So if you want to use the personal access token, the easiest and best way to authenticate with the GitHub API is by using the basic authentication personal access tokens. So curl -i input -u your username and give this one, right? So here you can use -u your username token. You have to use like this one. Okay, so earlier I was using that password, but they have stopped that supporting that password. Okay, see, if you want to get your username, all the details, you can use this one, curl -i -u username token and give this. This is the API for getting that user's information. So if you want, you can take this one. Okay, so already my username is this one, Devops training BLR. So the token, so already we have generated in the session 2 git command session 1, right? Git commands, just hold on, this one. So username and token. So now what you will do, copy this one, you can go and execute it here. See, it is giving that all the details about that particular user. Okay, server github.com, date Monday 28th. So everyone is very happy, na? So today we are going to get the salaries, right? Salary, we are going to get the salary. Everyone happy. Hmm. So last modified scopes. Okay, so this particular PAT we have generated, na? So what are the access scopes we have given? Everything it is this thing, right? See here, it is giving that all the details. So login, username, ID, all these things it is giving. GitHub API, all these things it is giving. So like that, you guys can explore based on your requirement. Okay, go through this. So if you want to display the repositories, all the repositories, see you can use that curl -i-h authorization, the token, to this token, right? So just simply if you execute this command, it is going to give. If it is a public, right? Private repositories is not going. So if you want to create a repository, very simple. See here, this is the API URL which we are going to use this creating the repositories. So we are going to discuss about that one. So if you want to create a repository, so we need to give that repository name, right? This is the repository name. So auto init true, automatically it is going to create that one. Private repository. If you want to create a private repository, specify this one. So if you don't want to create the private, automatically it is going to create a private, a public. Remove this one, right? So git ignore template file. So if you want to generate it, you can use this one. Which editor you have to use. Anyway, we are going to discuss this one also. So like this, each task they have provided some APIs. So I am going to share this one in this chat box. You guys can bookmark it. Okay. So can someone share this API URL in the Skype group so that our VIPs who are not attending classes, they will go to that one. Okay. Someone can share in our Skype group. Thank you, Tarun. Okay, enough. One guy is enough. So like this, guys, go through this one. So it is not a mandatory. So it is add-on skill for you. See, guys. So whatever that task they are assigning, if you do that one perfectly, no issue at all with your job. But if you want to get that promotions, if you have to get that good hikes, apart from your work, you have to showcase something. So if you have this automation skills, it is good to have. See, you can do that automation and you can showcase to your team along with your manager. Hey, this thing I did. So because of this one, we are going to reduce that manual effort so that we can reduce the resources. So you have to think about every time how we can resource that, how we can reduce the resources, how we can automate that whatever we are doing manually, so that you are going to get the good hikes, good promotions also, right? So that is what I am going to think about every time. Arya, whatever we are doing manually, is there any way we can automate it this one? So like that, I am going to think about that one and I am going to implement that one. Okay. Yes, Nikita, don't worry. I am going to share that whatever that script I am referring to, I am going to share with you guys. Okay. So here, this is the one of the key, one of the API. Okay, to upload that content. Okay. So after pushing that one, whether previous command is executed or not, I want to check. I'm using that dollar question mark. So if it is dollar question mark, if it is equals 0, means successfully copied that one. Otherwise, we are going to display message failure on generating the key. Clear? So like this, guys, this script I have written in my company more than 2 years back. Okay, same script I'm going to share with you guys. So one of the requirement I got it, I did this one. Right, just if you run this one, it is going to ask that PAT. So already you guys have PAT, right? You can use that PAT. Okay, so let me run this one. SSH keys and upload.sh. So it is asking that PAT. So already you guys have PAT, ne? So just take this PAT, hit enter. Okay, if you see here, SSH already available and successfully copied to the GitHub. So if it is not there, it is going to delete it. It is going to generate it, right? So Praveen is asking how to develop scripting knowledge for non-technical guys. I mean, best practices to be done other than regular class. So Praveen, whatever that scripts, whatever the examples we discussed, follow that one. Apart from that one, you can search in the Google, okay, and you can do the practice. Easily, you will become expert in the shell script also, right? See, this is the my requirement. If you see in the shell script, what are the commands, what are the options which I used? Did we discuss it or not? So what are the skills which you have on the shell script? That is more enough to write this requirement, to fulfill this requirement. Yes or no? So now what I am going to do, I have written one shell script, cat create repo.sh. See, this is the script which I have written for creating a repository. See curl hyphen expose. See here we are using the backward slash. Na? Why we are using? Because this command I am keeping in the next line. So if you want to keep in the same line, you can remove it. How? Like this one. So if you want to keep in the next line, we are going to use this one. See, we are using, this is the URL, API URL for creating the repositories. Right. So the repository name is Walmart GitHub. So now what I'm going to do, just I'm going to run that one. Okay. So where you want to create that repository, if you want, you can update it. See right now, which is going to create in this organization. So if you open this organization, okay, Mithun Technologies Devops. This is my organization. So in this organization, right now, if you see here, these repositories are there. So here I'm specifying the organization name where you want to create the repository. See, usually we are going to create the repositories in inside the organization, right? So that repository, that organization name, you can specify it in our script. So if you guys, I'm going to share this script also. If you guys directly run the script, na, you are going to get error because in this organization you don't have access to create the repositories for your user. Clear? That's why what you guys can do, you can change this organization name. So suppose if it is Ashok, so he has to keep this organization name here. While copy pasting, be careful, remove the spaces. Got it? You guys has to replace the organization name where you want to create that one. So now I'm going to run this one, sh create repo.sh, creating repo. So it is saying that bad credentials. Okay, just open that create repo.sh. So just update that token because earlier I was using this one. Na? So after that I have generated new one, right? Remove this token. So if you didn't proper the token, you are going to get error. So this is a token I have generated. This one. So whatever the token you have generated, take that one, save it. See, earlier we got that bad credentials. Bad credentials means you didn't give that correct credentials. Now you can run it sh create report.sh, creating the repository. So it has created. So now if you go here, just refresh it. See, Walmart Git API repo. This is just now it is created, updated now. Yes. So here you have to use this one. This is a token name. This is the sorry API name. Repos you should use. So guys, whatever the script I am going to share with you, just you can change this PAT and change the organization name. That's all. Then you can run it. It is going to work for you. Clear? So like this, guys, I have created many shell scripts using the GitHub API. I have automated also. So whatever we did, creating the repository, creating the team, adding the users to the team, providing the repository access to the team. So for all these things, I have written one shell script. So if you run that shell script, automatically it is going to do the setup. Same setup, you guys can try it. Okay. So if you are not able to, let me know. I will help you. Okay. So the same setup, you guys has to do that one. That is the assignment. So if you do all these assignments, easily, even after joining organization, if you get any requirement, you can able to achieve it without any difficulties. Clear? Ravin, don't worry. I will share these scripts. Okay. Anybody have any questions, guys, so far? No questions. Okay. So tomorrow, okay. So tomorrow we are going to complete that all these sessions. So what are the topics? So tomorrow we are going to discuss about that branching strategy. It is very important question, and rebase command, readme file. However, we discuss about that git ignore file. We are going to discuss about that readme file and best practices. Then PR. PR means pull request. Okay, and we are going to discuss about that fork. This one. So knife and fork. Fork means that fork is different. Okay. So whatever that leftover topics in next session tomorrow, we are going to complete it. Right. So guys, whatever we discussed so far, okay. So all these are very important. In the interview perspective, they are going to ask questions on commands only, git commands. Clear? What is the next topic after this one? So next topic, Maven. Okay. Sir, can you start on what will you start from Tuesday, sir? Tuesday, tomorrow it is there, madam. So tomorrow is the Tuesday. Today, Monday here in India. Okay. So tomorrow also we are going to discuss. Tomorrow is the Tuesday in India. Tomorrow is the festival, right? In India. Hmm? So then Wednesday, I'm going to start on Maven. Okay. Maven Shivaratri. Yes, Maven Shivaratri. So any special class for this festival, sir? So Abhishek, whatever you want, tell me. Definitely, I will order you. Okay. Any special? Not only Abhishek, for anyone. Okay. So if you have coming for classroom trainings, if you are going to meet, definitely we could distribute the sweets by or any treat I can sponsor for you. So when we are conducting the classroom trainings, so that time I used to go with all our students. Okay. See that time even I'm conducting that Saturdays also classes. Okay. So for lunch we were going out. So sometimes, but now all the time online classes only. So any special event, Abhishek? What special event? You are asking any special, right? You can choose from your side. You want holiday? No holiday. Very less holidays you are going to expect in Mithun Technologies. Okay. Anyway, morning 6 to 7:30 only, right? No issues, na? You can complete, then you can go for your festival, wherever you want. Okay. Sir, going forward, we'll take classes on Sundays also. No Sundays. Okay. Sunday we are going to give the holidays. Clear? Sometimes we'll give Saturday also because when you guys are stuck with practice, some pending work is there. We are going to give holiday on Saturday also. Okay. Can we have one day dedicated for interview questions later sometime? So, madam, just see each topic I'm sharing the interview questions, right? Just go through those PDF files. Easily you can able to yourself answer it. See, along with the class, I'm covering that one. So this is the interview question. They are going to ask like this one, right? So there is no again special class for that interview questions. Okay. So if you have any questions, we'll discuss that one. So Saujan is for practice Saturday and Sunday is required for working guys. Yes, I can agree with Saujan. But every Saturday, if you give the holiday, our course will take more than 5 months. Okay. So, but we'll understand your situation. Okay, working professional situation. But see, even I am also working professional, right? So I'm giving that 2 sessions, morning 6 to 7:30 and 7:30 to 9. Then I'm managing my projects and all. Okay, but we have to make ourselves availability to practice these things. So just after our class, you can spend 2 hours maximum daily. Okay, easily you'll get that job within 4 months. Sometimes before completing our course, our students are getting after the 70-80% course is over. Okay, we have to make ourselves some time. Okay, definitely it is possible in 24 hours. Okay, give that 6 hours sleep. Next 3 months, 4 months, just 6 months, 6 hours you can sleep. Reduce that sleep hours. Okay, that is what we are doing. Okay, thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. So what is next topic? And this, Madam Smita, madam, already mentioned, madam. Next topic is Maven. I don't know. You are in class or you are in somewhere. Already I mentioned. Next topic is Maven. Okay. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.